directed by Robert Sonero and starring Connie Britton, we are talking Hereafter. Now this is a supernatural drama. It is not really a horror film. I'll kind of count it in my horror playlist because there is a supernatural element, but you should be advised this is more of a drama more than anything else with supernatural elements. It is not a scary movie. It's not even really a thriller. It is a drama with supernatural elements. So what is the story? It focuses on Connie Britton's character, who is an American woman who is living in Italy, and she has split up with her husband some time ago, and they have a daughter who is a kind of piano prodigy. Now this daughter is mute due to psychological reasons, and that will become apparent as we go through the movie what the reasons are. And then one day she gets into an accident, the daughter gets in an accident and is clinically dead for around 20 minutes. But she is revived, but after that she seems different. She seems to be acting weird, more aggressively. She seems to have lost her ability to play piano and generally seems like a completely different person. Now, what's all going on? You'll have to watch the movie and find out. So this movie is more about guilt and the kind of the relationship about being a mother and the kind of the responsibility of that kind of relationship, I suppose. What works in this movie's favour? So if you like a more a dramatic movie, this very much feels like a sort of TV movie in a way, but I think it does have some heartfelt moments in it. So the drama aspect of it, I do think, is relatively solid, and I think Connie Britton, gives it an alright performance here. I think, it's interesting the fact that she's an American woman in Italy, so the rest of the cast is all Italian. The language is kind of split between Italian and English. I like the fact that Italian actors are speaking Italian to each other and even to Connie Britton's character at times. So it does sort of feel authentically like she is living in a different country. Not all the Italians speaking English and things like that, although there's a little bit of that. And it's kind of somewhat of a movie which is, I guess, comforting to those who are believing in the afterlife and the hereafter, I guess. The fact that she is a devout Catholic, Connie Britton's character. Again, if you are someone who is in a religious position, a believer, then again, it's kind of like a movie that I think would appeal to certainly that kind of audience, to be honest with you. Although this isn't really a horror movie at all, or as I say, even a thriller, there's a couple of moments that I think lean on or what's kind of like going on. So a little bit of kind of more, it's a little bit more of a danger threat level, I suppose, but it's never really going into out and out horror. This movie is never scary, but there is a couple of tense moments, I guess you would kind of say, about what is kind of going on. The plot is relatively easy to follow, and it's all kind of quite well shot and sort of put together on a technical basis. So it doesn't work. I think this plot is entirely predictable about what's kind of going on. Even they try and kind of bury the lead. I mean, you might not get the exact what's going to happen, but I think it's fairly obvious about what's actually happened and where it's going to go and how it will be resolved. Again, all of this stuff is foreshadowed quite kind of obviously. I think the general feel of the movie is solid but unspectacular. It very much feels like a TV movie. It's really just a collection of people talking in rooms, talking in hallways, talking outside. It's not much visually kind of going on. Even when we get some supernatural elements, and we do get them, it looks more like a music video than anything else, to be honest with you. This movie is not designed to be frightening or scary and things like that. I do think there were some missed opportunities to get into other parts about what could be the explanation about what's happened. So as the film goes on, and Connie Britton's character starts to suspect that there's something not quite right about her daughter, it really is only leading to one path, if this makes sense. But I think it could have been better to have a little bit of a misdirect. They kind of use a couple of words about a certain popular horror thing, but it's never really kind of built upon. And I think that would have been an interesting idea to have it, again, without, I'm being vague here for fear of spoilers, but it would have been an interesting idea to have like it look at almost like a red herring and give you an idea that it could be another type of supernatural kind of phenomena, and give it a little bit more, you know, a little bit more agency, a little bit more kind of like almost like thriller elements, or even potentially horror elements. Instead, it's relatively, it just kind of plods along and in a kind of somewhat linear direction, to be honest with you. I think the acting is fine, but again, I wouldn't say it was kind of spectacular. I think Connie Britton does, you know, a decent job, but I wouldn't say it was like, you know, super kind of gritty or anything like that. It's fine for, I guess, a kind of a low budget movie, which kind of feels like a TV movie, but it is, as I say, I wouldn't say it really kind of hits you in the dramatic feels. It's, you know. And the other thing I would say, this movie is a little bit too schmaltzy at times. It gets a little bit like Lifestyle Channel and that kind of thing, and kind of Hallmarky feel. It gets a little bit too like, ugh, in a way. Overall, it's not a bad film, but it's entirely unspectacular. And if you just want a kind of very light supernatural drama to kind of pop on, this is the sort of thing that stay-at-home mums watch, you know, while their kids at school on TV and things like that. I'll give it a 4 out of 10. Would you see it? Have you seen it? Please do let me know what your thoughts are, and I shall look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.